Alright, we should be live. Just getting things started. Probably gonna play a few hours of Craniac to max out all the items that I've left for the event. And then I'm gonna call it a night. We may get some of the Prisma pixelings out of this. Who knows? And also wanted to see whether or not if the vertical live stream will do well right now. For both YouTube and Twitch. And I cannot find my stream. Although I may have to turn down the volume just a tad bit. Alright, that should be good. See if the update dropped for vertical streaming on this. Ooh. Okay. That's good, that's good. Looks good. Hope things are doing well for everybody here. There we go, there we go. Oh, okay. I'm not using the actual, what's it called? The Windows version right now. I'm just going to use it from my mobile phone. At some point, I need to get a new one. Just so that I'll be able to play some games just in better condition, you know. The S9 Plus is still doing well, but at some point it's going to be so outdated that it will not be able to keep up with the new games. Okay. Looks good thus far on the page. Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Mainly, I still have to max out all the holiday items, and I have pretty much over 200 of each. So I ran out of time last year, and I wanted to get it done this time around. Luckily, I'll have enough time to do so because there's going to be a part 2 of the event. And this was part 1, and it was only for 13 days, so I was wondering whether or not if they're going to extend it longer. But it's been confirmed that they will. So part 2 is that we're going to get even more of the item tracker rewards, and as well as probably something else here. We do have the daily advent calendar items, so that if you log in after every reset, then you'll be able to get yourself a free item for the day. As far as I know, they are new items. I don't think there's any duplicates of the old items, but I could be wrong on that one. I know there was one new item that I saw earlier. There's the spoiler chat in the Discord server, so they're already just showcasing all the items that people are able to get. Which I don't mind, because at least I'll know what to look out for. And then I'll be able to make a separate video with all the 25 items for the advent calendar. There's still a lot of videos I still need to make in regards to Pewdiepie's Tube Simulator. Like an idea that I've had for a while is to make YouTube shorts for the pixelings. Be like a pixeling of the day moment. If I do pixeling of the week, then I have enough content to last the entire year. Because we already have over 60 different pixelings here. I'm not including the Prisma versions yet, but even then, it could still be part of the regular pixeling of the day or week. And even then, if I were to do a pixeling of the day, I still have enough content for 2 months at the least. I just had to sit down and record all the videos for that. But that's an idea. But let me see. Yo, Evie, what up? Coming back with a tier 1 subscription. Why, thank you. Super Mario 64. I still need to have an extension where I'm able to see both chats at the same time, at least for my screen. I don't even have a timestamp. Go ahead and put the chat over here. Oh wait, I can actually still pop out the chat. That's the thing I can do. Stop it. Okay. I completely forgot to do that. It's been so long since I've actually done a stream here. I forgot I could actually just pop out the chat and then look at the thing over here. I'm using a different presentation format. Hey, look at that, a Prisma egg. That is awesome. Will I be able to get this in the stream? Alright, let me see here. There's that. I'm trying to work this out. Where's my chat? Streamer luck. If I get it, it's streamer skill. Alright. Both chats are on the same screen. I can see my preview. Alright. Maybe I should do a separate voiceover for this clip. Alright. Luckily, if you back out, it doesn't actually affect the Craniac. I'll go ahead and do that real quick. So today, yeah, I want to do a little bit of a type of off script. See if I can actually get this in one try. It'd be embarrassing if I don't, but if I get it, that'd be good. So today we are going to try to get this brand new pixeling here, which will be brand new if I get it. Because who knows, maybe it'll be a Prisma pixeling that I have yet to get in the collection. Because I still have 6 more to get, and I'm pretty sure. Except wait, Louis is the one I need to get still. That's a new pixeling I have yet to get, and you can only get that in Gobble thus far. And then the 5 other ones is going to be Prisma pixelings, if I remember correctly. Because I know there's Gwen and Mike. I'm trying to remember all the pixelings on the top of my head. Maybe I should just do a voiceover for this tutorial. Ah well. If this take isn't good, then I'll just do a voiceover. Because I've been meaning to make a video on how to get a Prisma pixeling. For those who are new to the chat, today I'm going to show you how to get a pixeling that is Prisma form in Craniac. One thing to note is that you could actually just back out and come right back to it just to reset the cycle, and then you could take your time with it. Because one thing is that it's going to go through cycles, going through the right direction, and then it's going to turn over to the left direction. So you're going to need to just take a breath, do not panic. It is a rare occurrence that a Prisma egg does appear, but if you panic and mess up your timing, then you're not going to be able to get the egg. So what you're going to need to do is that you're going to have to match the motion of the crane on the top with the motion of the egg going through the cycles on the bottom. So I believe it's like maybe 3 to 5 seconds before it actually changes its direction. So just take the time to try to match up everything. You want to drop that crane right in the direction of that egg. So it's just mainly is all time and patience and just calm down. So we're going to go ahead and try to get this in one go. If I don't get it, that is fine, because there's more opportunities in the future to get a Prisma egg. So it's not the end of the world if you do miss it. So I'm going to wait till it goes through the right cycle before I attempt to get it. That cycle wasn't good, but right here should be good if I were to drop it right now, and then boom. Look at that. The crane matches the direction of the egg, and what will this one be? It's going to be a beautiful pixeling. Who will it be? Tap, 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 and it's going to be Prismacora. But there you go. Simple tutorial on how to get a Prisma egg in Craniac. It would have been nice if I was actually going to be able to get a brand new Prisma pixeling. But it had to be Cora. I'm always cursed with Cora. Out of every Prisma pixeling, it is Cora that is just the least desirable pixeling. At least in my eyes, because I always get Cora. So if I were to go to my inventory and then just go to my Prisma pixelings here, I got 21 Prisma Coras. It's so common for me. Asimo is good though. Asimo is cool. What is my most amount of Prisma pixelings? Jilly, 26. And then there's Mika at 26 as well. Anyone else? Oh yeah, I got Prisma Spoing. That's one of a new pixeling. And then if I were to scroll down, there is Spoing. That you're able to get Spoing in Gobble, which was rare for me. But even then, getting it in Craniac is also rare. And then the hunt for Sorority took about 3 weeks. But hopefully that was actually good. Yo, Crow, how have you been? Been a minute. And thank you. Had a good Thanksgiving. It's just the holiday hours is just very hectic. I'm going to work at either midnight or at 2 a.m. So my sleep schedule is just shot. Just shot to bits. And I still have the 2 a.m. schedule, so I mainly have to sleep a little bit earlier. But at least I'll be able to just go home and rest up before taking my dogs to the park. I haven't actually checked out the stream format on Twitch. I'm pretty sure that they're implementing the vertical streaming soon too. Yo, Fallout, what up? Because for those who are just tuning into the channel, is that I'm trying to max out all of my Craniac items for the Christmas event. If I were to scroll all the way down, I'm pretty much already almost maxed out on all of them. Is that the cap is at 255. But once that's done, then only the regular items will appear in Craniac. Oh, that's sweet. So happy that Michael's still going. I just haven't been able to stop by the chat for a while because I've been busy as well. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I was kind of worried that it was going to go widescreen for the stream. But I'm glad that vertical streaming is now happening on to Twitch as well. So if I start playing more and more mobile games, then at least it'll look decent with the format. I've been wanting to play a lot more mobile games. Back then, I actually bought a tablet to buy mobile games, but the thing is that now that tablet's outdated, so it starts to lag a bit. So the only thing I could really do is play on the S9 Plus, and even then, at some point, that's also going to be outdated. On the bright side is that Google Play is now on PC, that you could actually play some of those games on there, but not every single game is on there. Although Tube Simulator recently got added there too. Yeah, that's good. Because I know he's very, very creative with the ideas that he's had. Is that fun? It's funny that YouTube did the vertical stream before Twitch has, even though YouTube has been far behind on what Twitch has been doing. And now YouTube's starting to catch up, and now it's just going back and forth between Twitch and YouTube. Now that's an interesting idea. I have no idea anything about that game other than the memes that I've seen. But I'm still happy that multi-streaming on Twitch is a thing. Because it's always been difficult to try to balance things between Twitch and YouTube, because I would usually do a live stream on YouTube and then do a live stream on Twitch, or vice versa, that I would go on Twitch and like, okay, I'm going to end off the stream on Twitch and now I'm going to go to YouTube. But at least this has made it so much easier. Now, the only thing that would make it so much better is if we could actually just finally combine chats to the same screen. I know that people have been doing that for a while, and whether or not if it gets enforced, that's all up in the air. But I don't want to risk it. So for now, I'm having two different chats side by side on one monitor. Yeah, I'm so happy that I don't have to fight with which platform I'm gonna live stream on, and whichever platform is gonna take off, and that's the one I'm gonna focus on, because everybody's been loving the multi-streaming aspect now. The only thing I have yet to do is actually go to like Restreamio or any other platform that allows me to just multi-stream at the same time. I'm just going on LiveSplit. I know OBS is a thing, but I already got a lifetime license to LiveSplit, so I'm like, I'm going to use it. I already paid for it, and I'm just doing two separate live streams at the same time. Because the only other thing I can do is just hook up to Restreamio. I know that YouTube is more lax with the whole thing, so that's good. Like, both platforms have their perks. I just wish that they're both on the same level. Because with YouTube, they've been so far behind with the channel memberships and gifted memberships. Because now gifted memberships is a thing, but it took them so long to implement that. And of course, yada yada yada. Still got the advertiser bots. I love it. And for Tube Simulator, I'm still playing this game even after 9 years. But one thing I really want to do is kind of be like number 1 in the game, because I've already been so far into it. Every 2 weeks when an update drops, I make a video on it. I just make more and more videos, and as well as the occasional live streams. I want to max out every item in the game that's reasonably obtainable. And I want to be number 1 on the leaderboards, because right now I am number 2. If we're not counting all the modders and hackers, I am number 2 in the game right now. What they base it on is the amount of subscribers you have in-game. Number 1 has, I believe, 17.1 billion. I'm at 12 billion. So I'm only 5 billion away. It's gonna take a while, but I'll get there. Slowly but surely. I still gotta max out all the Craniac items in every event. I still gotta buy all the items in the shop on and off events. Trophies is not gonna be a thing because that's gonna be nearly impossible. If the cap is at 255 for the trophies, then that is 1 trophy every 3 days. Yeah, that's going to be impossible. Including event trophies, that will be impossible too, especially event trophies. So I'm not counting trophies as a criteria of 100%. Or the exclusive pack items. So those are excluded. Just mainly all the shop items and all the Craniac items, since they have an actual cap at 255. Pixelings can be debatable. There is a cap on the pixelings you are able to obtain, but we do not know the exact limit yet. Outerminds does, but I don't. And the pixelings is that just eventually hatch them all. And they're still including more and more pixelings. Like for instance, there's Sortie right here. There's my pixeling. Look at him go. And then there is Prisma Sortie right there. Look at him go. Just so plain adorable. And let's see. Oh no, I was already at the menu. Going down, going down. Already maxed out on the sleighs, and the Yule logs, and the bricks in the chimney top. Maxed out on the snow wall. You can barely see it, but I need 19 more of the windows, 9 more penguins, 20 barrels, 28 polar bears, 8 Santa hats, 8 of the miniature village, 38 of the decorations, 8 doors, 32 of the mistletoe, 47 of the chimneys, then you have 15 trees, 45 of the snow angels, 31 of the houses, 24 of the frozen lake, 12 presents, 49 reindeer decorations, and then we have 47 of the opening of the BS5, or ES5. Is it a BS5? I think it's a B. Yeah, that is a B. It looks like an E. That's definitely a B. So if we add it all up, that's at least 200 items. And a pear tree, of course. And a partridge and a pear tree. And plus, I am inadvertently maxing out the regular items little bit by little bit, so there's still that. But who knows, maybe we'll get another pixeling. Wait, let me see. We were only live for 25 minutes. So I'm gonna cut out 5 minutes of that. So we basically got ourselves a Prisma pixeling within the first 15 minutes of the stream. That is insane luck. Because normally is at least one Prisma egg for every hour. Sometimes you get lucky that you get it every 30 minutes, and then sometimes you get unlucky and you don't get a single egg at all. It's been so long that since I've done a live stream that I don't know how to talk properly half the time. I need more practice. I need more experience. But still, I love the fact that Outer Minds is still updating the game every month. Adding new items, adding new things here and there. Some quality of life changes. Can't wait for the 10-year anniversary to see what they're gonna come up with next. That they've been so busy with Turbo Kid that it was just hard for them to focus attention on Pewdiepie Simulator at the same time. And right now they're still working on the physical release of Turbo Kid, especially for the Kickstarter project. I still got my code for the Switch version. Maybe I should get a Switch 2. Because then I could actually use that on the Switch 2 if I save the code, right? Like, that's how it works. I don't know, honestly. Part of me is just waiting to see if the price will drop, or at least there's going to be a bundle special somewhere down the line. So I'm not in any hurry to get a Switch 2. But still, I need to get back into streaming more and more. Just a consistency type of deal. It's been very hard, especially when I have a full-time job that I just can't find a little bit of time to do a stream. Even on my days off, I'm just too tired to do anything. I really just gotta get back into the groove of making content. Because that's the thing about me, that I need to have a routine. It helps out tremendously. Another year, luck may change. I really do hope so, because I am tired of just saying, maybe this is going to be my year type of deal, you know? Because I said that last year, I've said that the year before, and the year before that. I'm like, I should not even say anything. It's like, if it happens, it happens. Oh, no signal. Come on now. Don't die on me yet. That's one of the reasons why I want to get a new device, so that that doesn't happen frequently. Because that will happen from time to time. Especially when I'm recording a video. I get that no signal that happens every once in a while. It's so frustrating because I'll try to do everything in one take. Because I've had moments where it just goes no signal and then the audio gets corrupted, where it just stays silent throughout the entire thing. Like, the microphone is still fine. At least that's on a separate track. But when the audio is cut out, then that's where an issue arises. And that's one of the other reasons why I turned off sound effects. So all I would need to do is just get an audio track and then just play that in the background, so it makes it easier. Like, there are fixes to some issues that I've had in the past. But another time is like, I try to make the recording as fast as possible. Oh, there it is again. Can't do anything about that. The only other thing I can do is just go to the PC port and not have to worry about that. The only other issue that I have with that is that sometimes there's a rollback that happens, because even if it's on the same file, is that this cloud save data does not sync up properly at times. Sometimes there's going to be a rollback anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour, so that would mean anything that I've just done right now may not even save. Would have been all for naught. I just want to max out all the Christmas items, so that I don't have to wait till next year for that to happen. And at the same time, I also need to get every single Prisma pixeling, which that will happen eventually, because it's going to be like 1 in, what, 38 chances now? The one thing I want them to update, that I want to see lit level 999 for the subcategories. And what I mean is that we have a level cap of 75 for the categories like sports, home, dark, nature, science, music, things like that. Lifestyle, nature. It's capped at 75, which if it has a brand new level cap of 999, then at least that's going to give more playability to the game. Because, like myself, I like to try to complete everything to the max level. And that would help out a lot if there's a new level cap to make more motivations. Because right there you can see that I'm lit level 999 on the very top. And then on the bottom, it's level 75. I want to see that go all the way to 999. Because that could be a great motivator for a lot of people to keep playing. Because, like, there's a new level cap. You could get it either casually or you could grind to get to that last level. Like, that would be fun for me, honestly. Yo, Steve, what up? That once there's inactive people in my network, then that's when I'll kick them out, and you're just gonna have to be there at the right time because it's first come, first serve. So you're just gonna have to check back on the network every once in a while. So if there's space in there, then jump right into it. Join as soon as there's a spot opening. Because as of right now, there are 2 people who may be kicked out soon. Yeah. So you're just going to have to wait until it's red, and then they'll be kicked out. And then from there, hopefully you are able to join. Funny enough, on the leaderboards for the network, I am at 13. So we're going up little bit by little bit. Yeah, it does. I've never been a fan of sports, honestly. What up, Jared? But here are my stats right here. I've played since day 1 of Tube Simulator. Funny thing is that I could have actually played on day 0 on the 28th, but I just didn't actually I didn't make an account on time. With 30,000 quests, 21,000 videos, 67,000 Puggle games, almost 10,000, 110,000 Craniac games. Collected every single Craniac item. I got 2,463 pixelings, 30 of them being Prisma pixelings. So if I'm not mistaken, I think there are 35 Prisma pixelings. But as I said before, is that once there's a spot opening, then hopefully you're right there at the right place at the right time to join the network. It is first come, first serve. Everyone has a fair chance of joining in. Thank you, Pix. Thank you for understanding. But who knows? Maybe 2026 will be a different year. I just have to make content. That's all it comes down to. I just gotta make content. And at least with shorts, that's gonna be a possibility. I just gotta sit down and record it. They found a way, Steve. They found a way to put a tuber in a bubble. You open it up, and then you get a chimney. Luckily for us, this isn't the USPS or the UPS or Amazon. It is Craniac. They managed to find a way to put people in a bubble for us to open. Kind of like a capsule from Dragon Ball Z. I always found it funny how Bulma is pretty much the richest person in the DBZ universe. The Capsule Corporation. Like everything is just because Bulma is rich. And Bulma's been there since the beginning of Dragon Ball. So from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Super, Bulma is just there. And Goku is friends with the richest person in the universe. Yes. And one of the villains in Dragon Ball marries the richest person in the universe. Because if you come to think about it, everything happened because Bulma met Goku. If that never happened, then who knows what would have actually happened? Because without Bulma, you don't have the Dragon Ball tracker, so you're not able to find the Dragon Balls to summon Shenron to make wishes. And that's been a staple of the entire series ever. Because every time something bad happens, they get Shenron to do a factory reset on the world. And not only that, they also get the I don't even remember the name of the dragon from Namek. Like, even Bulma makes some adjustments to be able to find the Dragon Balls on planet Namek, for crying out loud. Like, I don't watch that much Dragon Ball, but at least I know the basics. I don't remember if it's on Netflix, though. I don't remember. Thing is, I don't even read manga. And I know that manga has so much more explanations and details and things that you would never see in the actual animated series. And when I actually did have a Funimation account, I would actually just binge watch a little bit of Dragon Ball, and as well as binge watch like over 400 episodes of One Piece. And now One Piece is on Netflix. And again, this is before I canceled Funimation. Because when Funimation, or no, when Crunchyroll bought out Funimation, that's when I canceled my subscription. And even after I did that, I still got charged for an entire year for $120, even though I canceled my subscription. Because apparently that canceling my subscription to Funimation wasn't good enough. No. I had to cancel my subscription on Crunchyroll. So I went and contacted support like, hey, I canceled my subscription. I don't like the fact I got charged for this, so I need to get my money back, please. And at least that when they responded, there was no hassle. They didn't fight me over it. They just said, oh, we're sorry. We're going to fix that for you. And thank you for, at least, pretty much they did the whole thing where they thank you for being a part of Crunchyroll. I'm like, no, I canceled my Crunchyroll subscription because you guys rose the prices. If you would have kept the prices the same, I would have just went with it. But nope, they doubled the subscription cost. So I'm like, nope, it's not worth it anymore. But now, if there's any anime, it's going to be on Netflix. Even though Netflix does rise up the prices every year, but at least it's not absurd. Because now Netflix is doing sub-tier subscriptions, but it's like, I already got the premium, so I don't have to worry about that. As far as I know, I'm already grandfathered in. So if there's any anime on Netflix you would like to recommend to me, let me know. As far as I know, I think they've done 5 seasons of One Piece thus far. So I'm just gonna have to wait till they finally catch up. And then I could just continue where I left off. I think it was like on episode 405 or something like that. I don't remember where it last left off because I remember Law. Cool name, by the way. I can't remember if it was him or somebody else who takes the heart of another character and puts it into a cube. I have to go back to rewatch the episode or at least see the recap. Funny enough, with Twitch recap, I got the 2025 badge, even though I haven't really done that much throughout that year. But I just did enough to get that badge. I'm like, okay, free badge. The double. But I still hope that everyone who's watching and lurking, that they had a good Thanksgiving, that they're gonna have a good holiday season this time around too. I still need to buy gifts for my parents. At some point I'm gonna have to buy something before the whole Amazon thing is just gonna get more and more backed up with all the orders and presents. I probably have not, EV. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I was also watching the first season of the number one assassin turned to the shopkeeper. Is that the one we're talking about, or is it a different one? Because season 2 has already been out, and I have not watched any of the episodes on season 2. I know I've seen the Gods of Ragnarok. I'm waiting for a new season to drop so I can binge watch that. Hey, look at that, another Prisma egg. What, we're not even an hour in? Yeah, 45 or 48 minutes. Alright. So let's see if we're going to be able to get this Prisma egg in our first try for the second time. So all we're going to have to do is just wait for the egg and the crane to meet up so that I can drop the crane in the direction of the eggs. Well, there it is. There's that cycle. Not a good one because it's in the center, because when it comes to the center, it's just all up in the air, and I hate that little RNG type of deal. Usually what I like to do is I want to wait till it gets down to the very edge like that, so that I'll be able to grab it easily. And thus so I'll drop it right now with the timing, and it popped. Whoop, I just happened to mistime that opening. Oh well, we're gonna have to try again next time. That sucks. It looked like it was gonna be good, but no, it decided not to go into the crane. And then I get a double pop. I swear the hitboxes are still wonky in this game. Because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Because you could have moments where the bubble is right outside the crane and it actually just goes into the crane. Or that at the same time, it looks like it's going to be a perfect catch, but it just doesn't work. You just have to look really closely to see that the hitboxes are wonky. That should have been a good grab though. Yeah, at that moment you could see all the little bubbles just got condensed for a second. Oh well, I try not to think about it. I already got Prisma Sorority, and that's all I really wanted. And that was before they added more Prisma Pixelings. Because eventually we'll have a Prisma version of every Pixeling. If they actually make a buff to where Prisma Pixelings will appear more often, then that would be so broken. Because I would buy that every time. Like for 1 hour, chances of finding a Prisma Pixelings increases. By how much? No idea. Just that's all up in the air. Let them decide how much of a buff percentage we will get. I'm curious to know if there's going to be any analytics to show how many people have seen the stream through the shorts feed. Because that would be something too. And right now I'm kind of waiting on to see if YouTube will accept the channel to have the whole thing about like the jewels and the gifts through shorts type of deal. Don't know if I could actually do anything about that right now. Where's the edit button? Yeah, okay. Maybe I can see it from here. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, super stickers, super chat, membership gifting. That's a new thing. That's cool. So yeah, at least I have those 3 options. Because the other one has yet to be a thing. I'm just gonna check right now, see if I can actually activate it. If not, then that'll be another time. Yeah, it has yet to let me do that. It just gives me super chat, super stickers, and super thanks. Nothing for the gifts for live stream. Oh wait, there it is. Okay. Hey, it lets me do it now. There we go. Alright, that's cool. It only took a day to let it go through, so I'm not gonna complain. At least it let me do it. So let me see. If I were to refresh. I wonder if it's only if I can only see it on mobile. Yeah, it's probably only on mobile streaming, or if someone is looking at it through their phones. Oh, that's funny. Okay. That's cool though. I just wanted to see if that actually worked. So yeah, YouTube has a thing now for vertical streaming where people are able to send GIFs, kind of like TikTok now. So that's a new feature. I might as well turn it on. I don't know if I'm going to get any notifications while I'm looking at it through PC. I could always be wrong. Maybe it'll just appear on my dashboard. And I wonder if Stream Elements will actually have a notification thing for that at some point too. But either way, let me see. There we go. But yeah, I gotta watch more anime. I gotta make more use of my Netflix account because a lot of times I just don't even go to Netflix. I just go to YouTube and start watching videos. Imagine if YouTube actually does their own thing where they have their own streaming service. 'Cause I know you could actually watch movies on YouTube, but it's different, really. But I still can't wait to max out everything with Craniac. I'm curious though. I don't want to see the live page. Okay, that's cool. I forgot that even as a follower on Twitch, you get 5 emotes, so that's really cool. I really like that. Kind of like a free sample. Like drop a follow, you get 5 emotes for it. Wanted to see how it looked. But yeah, I'm still glad that both YouTube and Twitch now are supporting vertical streaming. So it makes it easier for people who prefer to actually do that type of format. Especially when it comes to gaming. If you want to play on mobile games, then you'll be able to do so without having to stretch the gameplay or anything like that to widescreen, because a lot of times it condenses the visuals so much that you can't really see much of anything if you're on a mobile device. That was one of the issues when I was streaming Pewdiepie Simulator before vertical streaming became a thing. I wish it was a thing way back then when I was going for level 199. Because at least it would have been easier to see visually, of course. Because now with the ever evolving technology that either people are going to watch streams on their TVs or on their phones or on desktop, there needs to be a format for everything. Kind of interesting. I'm kind of interested to see what it looks like on a smart TV. Till then, Crow, thank you for stopping on by. Have a good night's sleep. And thanks again for stopping on in. Let us see here. Because one thing I really want to do is actually get back to Operation Bedrock. Not a single day goes by without me thinking about the series. Because I really want to get back into doing that. One of the main reasons why I haven't gone back into doing so, because I really don't want to go, like, again, I really need to have a routine for it. Like everything else, I need to have a routine so that it helps me stay consistent with the whole thing. Because I don't want to just do a stream one day and then not do another stream for another few weeks. Because that already happened to me just now with the Digimon Time Story series, because I wanted to finish that, but then since I haven't streamed for a good minute since the last one, it's like, oh, do I really want to get back into doing this now? Because if I do get back to Operation Bedrock, it has to be a routine where it's gonna be like, I'll play for a couple hours on a stream, keep myself going, and I gotta do this every day. I just gotta find time to do it. Because if I do break the habit of a routine, then it's just more difficult for me to get back into the routine. Like back when I was going for level 199, that routine was really good because I would spend at least 1 to 2 hours of doing a live stream so that I could get more progress done, and then in between every 50 levels I would go make an update video like, here's the progress, here's how I'm doing, how much I got left. And then I also would make a little bit of a stream of like opening up the gifts that I got in between like 100 levels, if I'm not mistaken, which will give me even a few more levels to get closer to 999. So that in itself was really good. I remained consistent for that for about a good 3 months, because that's how long it took me to get from what, like level 934, I think, all the way to 999. It was the consistency and that grind that it helped me stay consistent. Look at that, we got ourselves another Prisma egg. This was the third one in an hour. We are really doing good with our luck. Now, will that luck translate into me getting this egg? All it takes for me is just to drop the crane to the egg and catch it in one fell swoop. So, let's see if I'm able to do that. I'm just going to wait for one more cycle to get the timing just right for the crane to meet up with the egg. I don't like it when it goes to the left. I preferred for it to go to the right. That's just me though. So if I'm able to get it, that'd be fantastic. So let's see here. It's going to go to the left right now, so I'm going to wait just a little bit longer. It's all about the timing. Do not panic. Take your time with it. Drop the crane to get the egg. You grab the egg, and then there you go. You're able to have your prize. And what will this be this time? 1, 2, and 3. It is Prismagado. There you go. All right. Maybe I should just make shorts of me getting the Prisma eggs. I still regret breaking every single one of the pickaxes back then because I had maybe 3 or 4 chests full of diamond pickaxes that had efficiency 4, unbreaking 3, and silk touch. That I kept them all for a while before I decided, let's just get rid of them because it's just taking space. I'm like, I regret that so much. I could have just added a mending book to all of them and then just repaired them, upgraded it to efficiency 5, and then would be so well off. But to be fair, since I had no knowledge of Minecraft at the time, then I would have not just be like, okay, let's just hold on to these pickaxes until we get the mending update. At least that alone what saved Operation Bedrock in a way, because if we didn't have mending, then that would have absolutely sucked. If we didn't have villager trading, that would have been worse. At some point, I'm gonna have to try again to see if I can actually get a smithing villager to give me an unbreaking 3 efficiency 4 pickaxe, because I think that's still a thing. Or no, efficiency 3 and unbreaking 3. I mean, we do have one that could give us some good diamond pickaxes. We just need to have someone dedicated to doing trading. That alone is another thing. But yeah, if I am able to get back to Operation Bedrock, it's just one thing that's gonna suck the most is doing the whole repair stream. Just sit on top of the blaze farm, let the blaze drop in, drop down. I should make an elevator. Oh wait, you can't put water in the nether. At that point, I'll have to make a ladder elevator. Why haven't I thought about that? Like, why does it take me so long to think about these things? Because, I would have just run downstairs to fight the blazes. Why don't I just do a ladder? Why am I this dumb? Why am I this dumb? Why hasn't anyone told me to make a ladder? Because the one thing that would have saved Operation Bedrock the most would have been the end update. So that we would just fight the Ender Dragon in under 5 minutes, go to the end city, loot the whole thing, and just reset it so that we could fight the Ender Dragon again. And then loot the end city again. Get as many Electras as possible, get as many loot as possible, because we may get lucky that we actually get the diamond pickaxes and some books from the end city. But at least with Operation Blackout, that's going to be the series where we're able to just farm the end. It's just the whole thing about fixing pickaxes is going to be another thing, because we still got to find villagers for that. Can somebody win the lottery so that they could just pay me to get Operation Bedrock and Operation Blackout done, please? That's all I need. Yoink. But at least if I were to try to 100% simulator, that's going to be the consistency at that point. Just whether or not if I'm able to keep up with it is going to be another story. And once we max out all the Christmas items, this is going to go back into the regular items, which I still need to max out on. I don't even know how close I am to maxing out the Christmas items. One of the things is that if I don't pay attention to the inventory count, it seems like I'm getting closer and closer to finishing this up. Yo, what up, cat? How have you been? Oh, I realized I actually can make the Pewdiepie Simulator sorority emote as well. An animated one at that. Oh no. I'm curious to know whether or not if a ROM could be uploaded. Truth be told, I have yet to boot up my 360 after all these years. That's fair. If you don't know, EV is that Dead Block has been a game that's been released on the 360 and as well as Steam before it got delisted. I still have my own copy. I don't have the DLC for it, but I still have my copy of the game. Well, that's a first. Oh, okay. Well, all right. That caught me off guard because I've never seen it crash before. At least not like that. Let me check something real quick. Okay, now it doesn't want to cooperate with me. Alright, let's try this again. Gotta love it. Okay, let's see if I can actually fix this. Come on now. There we go. Did I lose any progress? Oh yeah, is that a lot of people said I either have a podcasting voice or a radio voice. The thing is that I have a baritone type of voice. Maybe it's a tenor, but it's just low enough. The only thing that sucks is that a lot of times I have to raise my voice just for people to hear me. Right now, I'm not really doing much of a broadcasting voice. I'm more just doing a casual type of voice. So I'm not either broadcasting or performative. So yeah, it's just more of a casual voice because I don't need to go over the top. Right now, I only have 18 more of the windows, 5 penguins, 17 barrels, 24 polar bears, 4 Santa hats, 3 villages, 37 of the decorations, 6 doors, 25 mistletoes, 42 chimneys, 11 Christmas trees, 41 of the snow angels, 28 of the houses, 19 of the ice. Well, yeah, ice. I was gonna call it like an ice lake. 7 of the what's it called? Presents, 47 of the reindeer, and 41 of the BS5 opening. You would listen to the podcast, thank you. At least with a podcast, I could just do a regular voice and then do a performative voice if I were to do an ad read. Download Tube Simulator today to enjoy the fun that is building your own room from scratch. There are over 3,000 items for you to obtain, so be sure to jump right into it to enjoy all the events, especially when they cycle through every 2 weeks. You have many quests to achieve, many puzzle games to play, including Craniac, 400 Craniac items to get, and 94 pixelings to collect. And even then, it's kind of funny that Operation Banter could be its own podcast too. I'm just have to think of whether or not if I'm going to do a live type of deal or just record gameplay and then do a voiceover over the gameplay. Although that's even more work. Like if I were to do it live, then at least I could just simply just go with the flow of what's going on in game plus whatever I'm talking about for that day. But again, it's just Operation Bedrock in its own is like a podcast that I would just upload a 30-minute episode every week. And I kept that up for a very long time, like 200 plus episodes. I'm just sad that I didn't really go anywhere. Part of it is that I was kind of ahead of my time when you think about it, because I was doing a very difficult challenge to begin with, and not many people wanted challenge videos or live streams before then, and now challenge live streams is a thing that people want to see. Like challenge videos and challenge live streams, like, can I do this without this? Can I reach this goal without doing this? Can this goal actually be done with only this? Can you beat the game without running? Can you beat the game without jumping? Can you beat the game with no items? Can you mine out the entirety of the Xbox Minecraft world? The only thing is that my Minecraft world, Operation Bedrock, is before the end update. So I already got a bit of a handicap in that regards, that I can't farm the Ender Dragon for XP, because that would definitely fix up my mending tools in a quick 5-minute session of fighting the Ender Dragon. I still have the most overpowered bow in the Xbox 360. Because before they patched it, you were able to combine a mending enchantment with a flame enchantment. So not only does my bow have all the enchantments you can get, it's a thing that it will not break. Only thing that will break it is if I were to drop it in lava. That's the thing about obscure games, is that people do not know of it unless somebody else talks about it. Like, if you get one of the popular YouTubers to talk about Deadblock, then more people will probably be interested in Deadblock and want to know more about it. I'm curious too for if there's any recent video about Deadblock. If I were to type in Deadblock right now. Deadblock PC full gameplay playthrough 4K 60 FPS no commentary 3 years ago. Well, apparently there's an artist who made a song called Deadblock a month ago. Deadblock launch trailer 14 years ago by IGN. Deadblock Part 1. This game looks weird, so let's try it out. By me 11 years ago. Like, my video is the third search result. Deadblock gameplay, the secret lost zombie game. Story mode, let's play 8 years ago. Like, nobody's talking about this. Deadblock is an excellent PS3 hidden game review 6 years ago. Yeah, no. Nobody's talking about it. Let me see. Let me change the filter. Upload date. Yep, nope, nothing pops up. So yeah, if you were to just type Deadblock, you would barely find any results. At least my Let's Play is one of those search results, so I'm happy with that. Let me see the search results again. I'm going to type in this year. Yeah, even the filter has not seen it. Relevance, maybe? Okay, yeah, okay. I had to put relevance because I guess that's the thing. I put upload date, it didn't work. So relevance, that worked. This year, Dead Block Hard, 6 months ago, Dead Block World Record Speedrun, 100% co-op, under 2 hours, as you said. Dead Block PS3 gameplay, 8 months ago. Let's try Dead Block 8 months ago. Dead Block PS3 5 months ago. So I can still play it on the PS3 apparently. Let's play Dead Block 7 months ago. Yeah, it's still a thing where not many people know of it. They made a Dead Block 2, or is that just a fan-made art? I don't know. But that's interesting, though. Like, it's still obscure in that sense, because there's barely any uploads. Okay, that's fan-made. Who knows? Maybe I actually will. No, I could actually boot up my Xbox 360 and just start live streaming Dead Block. Because that could be a thing. I just gotta remember whether or not if the music is copyrighted or not. I'll take that risk. For Twitch, it'll just probably get muted, and for YouTube, it'll just be a content ID claim. Who knows? Maybe I actually could get the DLC. Yeah, they probably won't care. It's just probably going to be the content ID that's going to be automatically... Yeah, like I said, content ID doesn't mean anything, really. It does, but it doesn't. In the context of... Yeah, if it gets content ID claimed, at least the video will still be up and still can be watched. So, it wouldn't matter. Copyrighted would be a different story. Not gonna be too worried about that. I'm just curious to know whether or not if the 360 could still be played well. Because mine is just collecting dust right now. I will still never forget the day that my 360 did get a red ring, but that was just a different error. But ever since the red ring of death, that changed the generation. It's like if you see that, then panic mode sets in. You can see all the different types of tutorials of how to fix your red ring of death. People are so desperate to do anything just to be sure that 360 is not gone. Because at this point, I could just take it apart and clean it because it's like the warranty is voided. It's been so long. Just get an air duster and just clean it out. What's funny is that the disk drive doesn't work too well, so I have to get a tiny screwdriver, like the flathead, and just pry it open. Oh yeah, don't move the 360 if there's a game running because you'll scratch up your disc. You hear that crunch sound, you know you messed up. Can't confirm that. You see embedded ring on your 360 disc. Oh, look at that, another egg. Our luck has been good, really. I normally don't get this amount of luck, but then again, I've been playing Craniac for what, an hour straight? The 4th egg this stream. So take 4 on the Craniac egg. So let's see if we're going to be able to get this in one fell swoop. Once again, you're just going to have to match the crane with the direction of the egg, whether it's going to be going left or going right. For me, I personally like it when it goes to the right. It makes it easier for me to time it just right so I can just drop it. Oh no, that slowed down at the last second. So what I said about patience is that you're going to have to wait. This is very important because something like that can happen where it just stalls in the middle of the motion. And there's nothing you can do about it because once you drop that crane, it's just, you gotta hope that it actually catches up. But with that was just bad timing on my part. So there's nothing you can do, and I just want to showcase this failure for everyone else to see. Well, better luck next time. What is our compensation prize? It's gonna be presents, so here's a gift for your failure. Short and simple and straight to the point. 3K pixelings, by the way. Yeah, you know, like, I don't think I have enough. I got 2,463 pixelings. What's one more to the collection? But yeah, before I got interrupted by that Prisma egg, I was literally about to just drop the crane without even thinking because I'm just so on autopilot mode. Is that I've not completed the game unless I actually get 100% of every possible item in the game within reason. That's mainly the other thing. Also, I got to be number 1 in the leaderboards. I could showcase this if I were to go to leaderboards. The leaderboards, yeah, you have all the hackers on the screen right there. They don't count, so just never mind the 9 quintillion, 223 trillion, 372 billion, 36 million, 854,000. Oh no. What? No, it's sextillion now. So it's 9 sextillion, 223 quintillion. Was I actually saying that correctly? Wait. 100,000, million, billion, trillion, quadrillion. Okay, no, it's quintillion. All right. Is it working? Looks like it. All right. Take 4, I guess. So 9 quintillion, 223 quadrillion, 372 trillion, 36 billion, 854 million, 776,000. Apparently that's the cap. And of course, it doesn't like me today. All right. So that's all time. We're not looking at that, but of course I'm above 8,000 for all time. Well, I guess it doesn't like me today. It's starting to fritz out at the end, right? Man. And it's doing the whole sound effect thing again. I don't know why it's doing that now. That part is I'm probably going to have to delete the VOD at this point. Alright, let's see if it works now. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't die on me again. But this is going to be for this week and today. That's the 2 things I'm focusing on. So if I were to go today, yeah, there's a modder or hacker on the leaderboards. But at least from ESO plays downwards, all legitimate players. Well, there probably are some hackers, but not to the extent of getting quintillion of subscribers, but you get the idea. ESO plays is at 17.1 billion. I'm at almost 12.1 billion. So I am ranked number 2 in that regards of the entire game if we were to go today or this week. So mainly it's just going to be the top 3 is ESO plays, then myself, and then we have Dex. Top 3 players of the game. And I want to get to rank 1. I lost my audio. Okay, there's the audio. It's a little bit crunchy. All right. Well, let's see what we got. Crispy festivities. Well, I'm gonna have to hope that the next live stream is gonna be better because today, this live stream has been, it's been on the fritz. Like I literally got a crash and then, like 3 times in a row, it just decided to just go haywire on me. I don't know if it's the cable. I don't know if it's the device. I'm pretty sure it's just the device in itself because it's the S9 Plus. I've had it for what, 8 years, I think. When did the S9 Plus come out? I'm gonna look it up. Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus release date. The Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus was officially unveiled on February 25th of 2018. It was released globally on March 16th, 2018, so 7 years. What did I say, 8 years? Close enough. Because we're almost at 2026, so I've already had this for nearly 8 years. Excuse me. Where is my chat? There's my chat. So let's go back to what we have. I'm pretty much almost close to maxing it out. So at this point, next stream is definitely going to be maxing out. I'm probably going to have to delete this VOD because of all the technical difficulties and whatnot. That's fine. I still got a local recording, and then I could just clip the Prisma eggs, and that could be its own separate videos. And that's the lovely part about doing these live streams, because I could actually just clip the moments. But definitely next live stream of Team Simulator, I'll be able to max out all the Christmas holiday items and then try to max out the regular items, and maybe we'll get even more Prisma eggs out of it, because getting 4 eggs in a single live stream, that is insane luck. And I've not really been playing Craniac just from beginning to end type of deal, but taking breaks in between. I'm looking at the wrong page. Excuse me. At least my head cold has gone away, because I had a worse case of the sickness beforehand too. What am I looking for? Inventory, magnifying glass, Craniac. Looking for the items I've yet to max out. But yes, 255 is the cap. Where are the new items? I have a long way to go. I need one more flag. I need the 254 of the yes beach bubble, 149 of the devil emoji. Then we have, what's it called? 159 of the question mark, and then you have 158 of the blush emoji. We'll get there. I could. I'm pretty sure you can. Let me try that. I just don't like messing with settings. I like the default setting, but that's just me. Yeah, descending works. Good to know. But yeah, I don't put descending because it just messes like, even though it's temporarily, but it just messes with my mind because I'm so used to having everything in order like how it is by default. But yeah, you can. Sort by amount, sort by level. Well, that's another thing. You actually just sort by amount. That's cool. And it doesn't really mess up that timing or the thing, because now it's just, yeah, I could do that instead. Okay. I learned something new. Like I said, I don't mess with a lot of things, and that's kind of like the first time I've ever did that. Excuse me. I need to charge up my battery on my phone. Been running a game. Quality of life dev update, yes. No, it's been there for years. I just never really used it. Just so used to just scrolling down every single time. Is that for myself? Like, you could buy a USB-C cable to HDMI type of deal. Yeah, USB-C to HDMI. For myself, I use an USB-C to HDMI converter, so it has a port where I'm able to separately put an HDMI cable to that port into the capture card, and then you just run the software with OBS or Live Split. So that way it'll be on its own separate track. But yeah, the Elgato HD 60 Pro is what I'm using right now. You could use the 4K, but I'm using the 60 Pro since I've already had it, and then the 4K is going to be for the console gaming. But yeah, is that the HDMI cable is connected directly to the capture card. You have a 360S, then yeah. That has an HDMI port, so if you buy a USB-C cable to HDMI, you can put that in the in port, or what do you call it? Output, in output, not the output, the in output. Then you should be able to stream and record videos from your mobile device. If you have an iOS device, then you're kind of out of luck with that one. And not every phone is compatible with putting a USB to HDMI device, so you got to be aware of that. But a lot of Samsung Galaxy products, you're able to do so. If you have a tablet, then yeah, there are cables that go from that port into HDMI as well. You know, that's a good point, but I'm referring to the older iOS devices that has a lightning cable. As far as I know, there's no lightning to USB, or no, lightning to HDMI. Unless there's an actual converter for that, then it'd just be the same process. But yeah, I was just referring to lightning to USB or lightning to HDMI, like its own converter thing. But I don't use iOS devices, so I don't know anything about it. Anytime if anybody asks me how to fix something on their iPhone, I'm like, you gotta have to show me how to use an iPhone. I know not a thing of an iPhone. I thought I pressed the button. Story of my life, Steve. Most nights I get an average of 5 hours of sleep, if not less. At this point, I just give myself some vitamin C and some vitamins to keep going. In hopes I don't get sick from the lack of sleep. Another reason why I want live streaming and YouTube to be a full-time thing, so I could actually get a better sleeping schedule, for crying out loud. I don't remember the last time I've actually had 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep. Because even on my days off, I still wake up in the middle of the night. Because I'm so wired and used to having to sleep less to get up for work that my body's like, oh, time to get up. It's time to go to work. Like, no, it's not. Let me sleep. I'm curious. Oh, okay then. I just hover over the icon. It says you've been a member for 2 years. Thank you ever so much, Steve. I'm gonna go for 10 more rounds, and then I'm gonna call it a night. Maybe we'll get an egg after the last 2 rounds. But other than that, at least I'm happy. Whoa, that item bounced. But, oh hey, what up? How you doing? At least the notification works out. Yeah, I've been good. Just wanted to do a bit of a stream to test out to see how things are working after a while. Testing out how YouTube and Twitch are doing competitively. And then just later into the stream, some technical difficulties happen. But other than that, I'm just happy to see that we're going to have a part 1 and part 2. Because I thought that the event was way too short for how the fact that we're early in the December month. One thing is that I'm just happy to know that we're gonna get even more items and more time to get things from the Craniac and shop and whatnot, especially for the month of December. I just remember last year it wasn't really much of a part 1, part 2. I thought it was just 25 or like a huge just event thing. Or I may be misremembering it. That's why it caught me off by surprise. But hey, more items. And then I can make another video saying, hey, it's part 2. I did get good luck this stream where I got at least 4 Prisma eggs to appear. Although I only caught 2 out of the 4. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna get 8 item tracker rewards this year. YouTube has been doing a lot of updates as well. Like now they're getting more into doing the whole vertical streaming aspect where people could stream in both horizontal and vertical, which is also implementing vertical streaming as well. So if I get back into streaming more, then at least I could actually do more vertical streaming with Tube Simulator and whatnot. My dogs are doing good. Is that my German Shepherd and my Pomeranian are 14 years old. They're still going. I'm happy with that. My Husky is 3 years old, so she's pretty much mellowed out. And I got a new German Shepherd, which I've already shown you the picture. I still say he's between 1 and 2 years old, and he still needs more training. Because he's pretty much... The only thing that's really bad about him is that he's reactive in a way that he just barks first. I'll figure it out later. So that's one of the things I am trying to stay consistent on, just having him stop being so reactive. Like, he's not being aggressive, but still it's like I don't want it to escalate into aggression or have it to where the other dog feels the need to defend himself type of deal. It's just mainly my new German Shepherd that I have to train. Is that my Pomeranian and my oldest German Shepherd, they don't care for the dogs. So I don't need to, I'm not worried about them. My Husky, she already grew up at the park, so she is already just kind of like, she kind of trained herself. The only other thing that she has a habit of doing at times is that sometimes she does get that prey drive. Whenever she sees a small dog running, that's when she chases them. So that's one thing I'm gonna have to have that more of a that's the thing I gotta train her about, is not to really go after the smaller dogs, because she likes to play a lot, but a lot of times like the smaller dogs get so intimidated by a big husky going after them. I would not blame you. Like, I don't have to worry about my Husky too much. She does have her moments, but she's getting better. Because, yeah, she grew up at the park, so she already knows the ins and outs. It's just my new German Shepherd is one I have to train the most. $21 trillion views. I still want lit level 999 categories. Because then I'll be able to spend more of my views trying to get to the new max level of the game. Other than that, the only way I'm really going to run out of views if I were to try to 100% the shop. Like 100% the shop and just go crazy with Puggle. Other than that, it's just that the view count is still going to go up and up and up. Again, that's still my idea. I want to see this entire section be 999. Can we make it happen? Like, I don't care about the increase of the views, the subs, or the watch time. That could still remain the same. I just want to see this all neon lights fully leveled up like lit level. Come on. This is going to be another thing I'm going to meme about. Only because that's one thing. The main reason is that it's going to give back replayability and give more of a goal for people to reach. Like, you could get it through grinding, or you could eventually get it through casual play, but it's just going to give us more to do to keep coming back to the game, you know? Like, 999, that's done. What else is there to do? Get all the items of the game. And we could get rewarded by getting even more levels, and then from there we could get more gifts, we could get more stuff, we could get more boosts, we could get the lit level crystals, so we could get even more crystals. Maybe we could find a way to max them all out eventually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, that's cool. Even if we were to get 999 of every category, I kind of doubt that we'll be able to get every single crystal. Unless there's a guaranteed crystal for every lit level box. I'm curious now. This is what happens when we have conversations. It's like a lot of things get thought about, I would say. Is that 20? Where's my calculator? I'm gonna pull up the calculator real quick. So if there's 20, we'll times that by 255. That's 5,100. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we have 10 times, oh, I'm trying to clear this out. 10 times. I said clear it out. Why won't it clear out? Okay, there it is. 10 times 999. 9,990. So it's still going to be a 50-50 chance. If we actually guarantee an actual crystal every lit level present type of deal, then yeah, you could max it all out. If not, 50-50 chance, you could still max it out. How many did I get? No, I do not. I still need to get Louis, which Louis is obtainable through Gobble. And then I still gotta get the other 5 Prisma Pixlings that you've added to the game. Because I think I still need Prisma Mike, Prisma Gwen, Prisma Goo, I think, Prisma Spag, and one more Prisma. Can't remember what it was. It was one of the more recent ones you've added. Because I know Louis doesn't have a Prisma form yet. Or if he does, then I don't have him. Because recently, I got Spoig from Gobble. So there's Prisma Spoig. And then going further down, I got regular Spoig. Boingy, 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 boingy. Okay. I still like Cinder. Cinder's so cute. Oh wait, no, I don't have Prisma Halo. That's the only one I'm missing then. Yeah. Louis does not have... Sorry for moving the goalpost. No, you're fine. It's just I haven't really been doing much Gobble or Craniac. I'm just happy that we're getting more pixelings. So yeah, I need Prisma Halo, Prisma Mike, Prisma Gwen, Prisma... I lost my train of thought now. Bag. And then I need Louis. And Prisma Goo. I think Goo was actually the one that got Prisma formed as well. Either way, I'm gonna have to look back at the Discord server and look through all the pixelings and see what I have and I don't have. At least I got Prisma Sortie and regular Sortie. Yeah. Just think about the lid levels for the categories. I know that there are gonna be people saying like, "Oh, why they do this?" But it's gonna be like the level cap of 75 has been there for what, 7 years? That we need an update to keep people playing. At least these are my stats. If the update does drop, then I'll be able to do more streams with Craniac and whatnot, just grinding my way to get to 999 for every category. I just see it that for the veterans and people who play casually, like, it's just something more that they could do if they wish to, and they'll still be rewarded for doing so. That if I were to get the comedy category, 10%, still capped at 75. I hit a dead wall, dead end, a brick wall. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. I'm just excited to see if it actually does happen. That's just me personally. I'm still gonna keep memeing about it though. Just like how I kept memeing about Sortie. But even then, by the time that somebody does get to lit levels, they're already got to level 75 categories, because all the Craniac plays, it all adds up. That'll be another game that I'd be able to play. And will the catchphrase be props to ya? I'm terrible. And that's the thing. I'm really keeping myself in the dark with props. Like I do not know much of it. But everything is going to be more of a surprise when I do find out about it. Like just experience everything for the first time, really. You know, I lost my other chat. Where did it go? There it is. There's a rule that I can't have both Twitch and YouTube chat together on the same stream. That's cute. Are they gonna be like real animals, or are they gonna be like, what's it called? Animals that would be in the universe of props? Ooh, pixelings. Dibs on Sortie. I'm terrible. From pixelings to simulator to props. Of course, Bob. I could see Bob as like one of the builders. Like Bob coming in with a hard hat and hammer. I would count it as a parody because now that I think about it, if Bob comes in with a hard hat and a hammer, then he would technically be Bob the Builder, but it'll be a parody, not to be affiliated with the actual Bob the Builder. I'm on a roll with the terrible puns right now. Until then, thank you for stopping on by. Thank you for being here. Hope you have a good night's sleep. And see you again, whether it be on stream or in Discord. With that, it got really close to maxing out all the Craniac items. Let's see here. Wrong category. Right, but wrong. I want to go down here. So basically, by the next stream, I should get everything maxed out. Because now I just need 10 windows, 10 barrels, 17 polar bears, 29 of the decorations, 17 mistletoes, 36 of the chimneys, 3 Christmas trees, 34 of the Christmas angels or snow angels, 19 of the houses, 12 lakes, 38 of the reindeers, and then 32 of the BS5s. But with that, I'm going to call it a night. We got a lot of progress done. 4 Prisma eggs appeared. I only got 2 out of the 4 because I was bad on 2 occasions. But 2 of them happened to be just bad luck and bad timing, in a sense. There's nothing you could do. One moment is that the crane did match up with the egg, but the hitbox was wonky. And then the other time is that everything stalled right in the dead center of the Craniac cycle. So there was nothing I could do once you drop that crane and something happens. There's nothing you can really do about it, and hope that it just fixes itself before you just run out of time. But either way, I still want to thank everybody for stopping on for tonight's live stream. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the chatter. Thank you for the support. Thank you for lurking. So, for anything else, next stream we'll max everything out and just continue on playing Craniac to max out the regular items. But as always, stay safe out there, everyone. Have a good night, a good day, wherever you may be. I've been Sorkin. I can't even say my own name right. Sorkin090. Just thank you, and I'll see you guys again in the next video or live stream.